That toy life. To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.
That toy life.
This is that toy.
What up, guys?
That
What's
toy
going
life.
on?
It's
Let's look at
toy
that.
life.
Let's look at that.
Hello, Austin.
Say hey,
Ray.
Superman. I actually really like that Superman figure. It looks really cool. Where's that from?
This is the from the upcoming DC Super Pets movie.
Oh, cool.
Is that the one where?
Is this Keanu Reeves? No, he does Batman.
No.
Wait, is that Nicolas Cage?
No, this is John
Krasinski? That's who he's voicing.
Krasinski.
Yeah.
He's doing Superman's voice.
Oh,
Looks
Jim.
pretty good though.
And then here's The Rock.
The Rock's
Dwayne
playing
Johnson.
Crypto.
Yeah,
You mean?
I love
Dwayne
that figure
Johnson?
too. I'm a sucker for those like animated style, figures.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know, especially if they're modeled after particular properties or something like that. But otherwise, great. But anyways, what's up, fans? This is That Toy Life. I'm here, Austin, with Ashley, Ray. We're just going to talk about news. I say we jump right into it because we had a lot of stuff. Me and Ashley especially. We had basically two separate adventures. I had a crazy like convention adventure slash family adventure. And I'm sure Ashley had just like a solo, like he probably wanted to just attack everybody because like the convention was actually pretty packed and
yeah, it was.
and it was pretty crazy. But we'll jump right into it. We went to Joe Fest, which I have mistakenly called JoeCon. I do that. I call that JoeCon a lot, and I'm like, wait, no, Joe Fest. Which isn't there a JoeCon? Is that what it is? I'm getting
Because it's a joke on you.
Yeah, joke on you. No, there was a
Exactly.
joke on, and then it was an official Hasbro thing. They stopped doing it, and then I think that's when Ed took it over. Well, not took it over, but said, "Hey, I'm gonna do Joe Fest. Do something different," and that's how it started.
Sweet. No, I was going to say it's definitely great. I know you introduced me to it. We started going there 3-4 years ago.
I went to the first
together. I'm
one.
just saying, like,
you didn't go. Did you go to the second one? Yes, because it was in that other hotel.
Yeah, I just remember it being in like a hotel at one point, and then when they moved it to the convention center.
Yeah,
but it's in downtown in Augusta, right on the Savannah River, and no, I enjoy it. It's actually really cool because it's like a low key version of a Dragon Con to me. You can go there and still see people dressed up and see all the thing I like is the vendors a lot because I mean you're going to see just everything from everywhere, and so with this, even though it's a Joe Fest, even you may not be a G.I. Joe fan, go to these kind of conventions because they have everything. Like I mean really, if you think about it, G.I. Joe stuff was probably what, Ashley, 25% of everything.
Yeah,
it was like,
you had
just like
a couple of vendors that were strictly that's all they sold.
Right, and I'm just saying that's probably made up the majority of your stock. You got the G.I. Joe only, then you had like your true heart. They're the honored vendors. The ones that are selling like the classic G.I. Joe figures from their youth, their kids, their friends, whatever they could get their hands on.
Yep.
They'll just have them in buckets and stuff like that. It's really cool. I saw a dude actually had the aircraft carrier this year.
I know. God, I wish I had the money
what is that called? Actually, the looks like that circular
Terradrome
thing. Yeah,
Terradrome. Yeah.
Oh, from Ninja Turtles.
No, Terradome.
Yeah, I was going to say.
God almighty.
Yeah, I was going to say the Technodrome is the
You said
Ninja Turtle.
Technodrome. Yeah, it's Terradome. Dome.
Yeah,
D-O-M-E.
I was going to say that. I saw that too, and that thing looks. I mean, I just love those big sets they used to make, like the GI Joe sets like that, and like the Death Star set from Star Wars and all that.
I saw that there.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw I think I saw a treehouse. But no, I mean, you just go around and you'll see all these vendors just selling everything, and some of them are like exclusive stuff. What's weird is I just saw a big like amount of comics and a lot. I mean, there was a lot of toy vendors and things like that, and card vendors. But I would say like the majority was probably like, God, I mean, it seemed like it was a lot of '90s toys, like late '80s or like through the '90s this year, for sure. It felt like that was the big majority. But they had everything. Obviously the new stuff, but I couldn't find a lot of true NECA stuff. Now I'm going to say I could have missed vendors. I think I went through everything, but I didn't see a lot of NECA. I saw some NECA sets, like the Turtles in Disguise, the NECA. I saw like the horror figures; those are really popular.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw.
So I was gonna say those I think are pretty hot right now. But I don't know. I didn't see. I will say the previous times I went, I felt like I've seen more NECA stuff, and this time it felt like they kind of people may have scaled back on NECA a little bit in terms of that, or at least just in the brand new stuff or stuff that's easily they could stock. But yeah, no, I mean I had a great time looking around, got to see a lot of great stuff. My wife had a great time. My mom even was going nuts. She found a card vendor that was all, telling her about baseball cards, and she bought some like hard cases for her cards and stuff.
Nice.
So there was a little bit for everybody, man. It was definitely a good fun turnout. What about you, Ashley?
Oh, no, I had a check the chat too.
Yeah, sure.
That you could pull it up, and you might have to turn the sound down, but it can kind of play as we're talking about it, because it's just like a virtual walkthrough that I kind of filmed a few things. No, I had a really good time. Of course, I got there at 9:00 because I got the early bird thing, and I think to be honest, it's a 3-day event, and I think I'm missing out because there's a lot of cool stuff that happens at night and in the hotel lobbies where they do the lobby swap stuff. So you can get some really good deals where, not the vendors, but just the people attending come in. They take they break open a tub or something of whatever they've got to trade or sell, man.
You just got a trench coat. He opens his trench coat up, and they're all strapped.
It's pretty much
strapped to the inside of his
the hotel lobby is full of people, and they just here you go. Let's do some wheeling and dealing here. Did the video not work? Oh,
yeah, no, I got it.
But no, I got there at 9, so I got the early bird kind of thing. I went in there and I started just looking around to make my first go around. And the first thing, the thing that I did want was I wanted to get an Empire Strikes Back Hot Toys figure. Didn't care, wasn't really caring which character, but I did find one. It was Flight Suit Luke. But man, God, it was $260. I only took like $240 with me, right? And the guy wouldn't budge. He's like, dude, I can't. Sideshow would stop selling to me if I don't, follow their MSRP. And I'm like, God.
Wow, I can't believe they didn't budge off that. If you had $240 in cash in there in my face, I would have taken it.
Yeah, well, and he didn't want to stop it. He didn't want to go down at all. So I was like,
they must not have.
This is back and forth now because I've been there a couple of times. I asked him about it the first time, and I said, "Oh, hold off, let me think about it." I came back again after making another round. He said, "Dude, you want to hold it?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I was holding the box and I was looking at it, and I was like, "God, I really want this. I really want it." And then just I said, "Can't." All I did was say, "Can you?" And he said, "Nope." He didn't even give me a chance to say what. He was just like, "Nope, can't do it." So I was like, okay, golly, that sucks.
You're not the first one to do this.
Yeah. So then I had to change plans, and I was going to look for some vintage Star Wars, which there was a ton of. I saw Empire Strikes Back, Millennium Falcon still in the box. It was like the box was a little beat up, but it was still in the box. Several vintage, not the vintage collection, but actual vintage.
So what is this? What was that? Real quick though,
that right there.
Setup? No, the big setup right before that.
Oh, that was just that guy right there who sells like diorama pieces. Like
it's like a G.I. Joe diorama.
Yeah, he just set all this up. Just kind of
it's cool diorama. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of cool custom stuff.
Yeah. So he builds like office furniture or just random tools, everything for your display, toilets. All kind of.
See,
cool
this
stuff.
was a lot of what I'd seen was this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna order a toilet from this guy so I can have Michael Myers sit on the toilet.
Yeah, well, it's GI Joe like 3 3/4 inch size stuff. So.
That makes it even funnier because he's got to squat all the way down to it.
Yeah, it's like he's on a kid's toilet. Oh my gosh! But yeah, there was just so much there. And then
I feel like if it was this vendor, it might have been that vendor, and you may capture it here. There was one that had like 3 different boxes of the Willow figures, like the box set of the Willows.
That guy.
Oh, look at those. Look at the OG
Dude,
OG droids. Oh,
those are
my God.
If you look at the price tag, like $2,500.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I mean,
these are like my dream toys, is like a 3PO and an R2, like those two right here. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like you said, what was that? That would be like $5,000, $6,000.
Yeah, they were great. Yeah, it might be more than 25. I can't tell. I just remember looking at price tags, and I had like sticker shock on some of it. Like I knew they were
that one
in
looks
the
like
thousands, but they were like ridiculous.
22.
Yeah,
and then I can't tell if R2 is 20.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on those.
I'm going to assume they're probably both around the same price, like 22,000 or something like that. I mean, 2,200. But yeah. God, those are beautiful.
Yeah, but, I saw a dude had the superpower cyborg too, and he was like wanting $1,800 for it on card.
Ooh. Yeah. See, this at this vendor, I remember seeing that droids figure and even just drooling over that one on the wall. I was like, God, I wish I had just one of these original 80s droids or Ewok figures. But no, this vendor in particular was really cool. But I think it was him that had those Willow figures. It was like a box set of them, and he wanted like $80 for the set. Like you had it was, which. I mean, they were pristine. It wasn't bad. I mean, one of them, the glue, I think, was dried out, so it popped open. But it's still, you could tell it was like pristine. No creases in the cardboard. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit of like yellowing and age probably is about it. Just the expected kind of thing. And man, I wanted to get my hands on that, but when he said 80, I was like, because if he had said 20, I would have dove for it. But yeah, 80 was a little steep. I love that Mace Windu on the Clone Wars card back.
Yeah, I hadn't seen those in stores yet.
Those I hadn't seen those either. New. That's how I wonder how some of these people get these figures that you don't see in stores yet, or things like that. But like, see, I've seen like some of the NECA stuff and McFarlane, like Princess Bride, but yeah, NECA monsters. But yeah, I didn't really see many of the NECA turtles other than like some vendor near the Hot Toys selling like the big sets.
Oh yeah. And there wasn't many Funkos either. Usually they had the one guy who had a lot of Funko stuff. This guy has a few right here, but I've seen like the scaled back on the Funko stuff from like previous years.
Yeah, there was the one corner table I felt like that had the main, they had the main push of Funko Pops, and then they were pretty much that was it.
Oh yeah,
for the most part. I mean, everybody had their own little sections of Funko Pop. See, I just love all the like Beast Wars, man, the 90s representation.
I know it. God.
You know what I'm saying? Like just
dude, this right here, movies. These Voltron sets, I had those as a kid. God, what
see Voltron. I mean, and then you get the bang bang, shoot them up, cops and robbers, the sheriffs and the Indians, and
this is Chicken Fried Toys. So they make these Western figures, which are really those are actually really cool figures. But they're like
my dad would have loved those.
They're like 3 3/4 inch, but they're, the carded ones are like $35 a piece, which is kind of crazy. Well, we got to watch the ad, but no. So I walked around and I had to kind of pivot on my plans for what I wanted to buy, and like those right there are $35 a piece. But dadgum, they look very much worth it. All the accessories and crap that you get. So what I did was I ended up filling holes in my Action Force collection from Valaverse, and I kind of got everything to have everything that he's released so far. And then I got a Joe Fest exclusive Eagle Force figure, which is this is over here somewhere. I put a review up on the internets, on the YouTubes, which is actually, it was a really cool figure, another 3 3/4 inch. But
I was going to ask you, why is the Conquest so expensive? I've noticed that jet fighter figure or whatever. It just seems like it's so high.
Yeah, I don't know, and
Love it.
that's not like the original. I don't think right there. That looks like a repaint, so like a re-release.
I was going to say, I
version.
thought I saw somebody with that one not even in the box, and that thing was like pretty high.
Yeah,
Like it was, I want to say, way over 100.
yeah. So I mean, there's just so much, and there's like some things that you never see anywhere. Like there was this G.I. Joe Dino Fight Set. So back like mid, was it not mid 90s, like 93? Yeah, mid 90s, 92, 93, 94. You know, they were running out of ideas, I guess. G.I. Joe was going to fight dinosaurs.
Awesome.
And they had a Minton box set, $800. I mean, something you never see anywhere, but it was here at Joe Fest. Yeah, I almost pulled the trigger on some of those.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love them Lord of the Rings figures.
They were like $10 a pop, and I almost pulled the trigger on a few of them. You know,
dude. Walmart. Speaking of Walmart's carrying those Weta statues now, and I saw a Legolas in Walmart the other day, and I had to be good, but I wanted to pull the trigger so bad. And you know, in hindsight, I should have grabbed that Transformers video cassette. $15, because I bet my nephew would have liked that. Or maybe, I don't know. I mean, he knows what VHS tapes. He's old enough to remember, but
yeah.
I thought that was pretty neat that it was like an OG Transformers tape.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the Transformers table right there. And then here's like the 90s.
Yeah, I love the fat man, the fat bastard figure. My mom even was like, "Oh my God, is that a figure?" And I had to open it and show her how big he was. He was just so huge. I'm telling you, I've been wanting to get some of those Austin Powers figures and some Spawn. I know this sounds crazy, but I want some Spawn movie figures. Like I want Clown, and I want like a Spawn.
Right there. Look.
Oh, I know, but they were a little high, and I was like, I saw it for 20, because that one in particular, if you go back and look at this, the hairs on Clown are real. He's a little figure like this, and the hairs on him are real.
Yeah,
I love that, and
I
so
used to have that.
Did you? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would consider that. I would get that, and then something would Spawn, like the main Spawn. But I wanted to get a main figure. But yeah, when I saw that $20 price tag, I was like, well, let me make my rounds first before I ever pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, I think this guy had a lot of McFarlane stuff, older stuff, but they were kind of pricey.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, because you could get on eBay and get a lot of
some older stuff. There's
$5 a piece, mint on card. You know.
Wait, what's the price on that? Is it $5? That's not. No, 15.
No, 15 for that.
I was going to say 15 for that one.
I guarantee you can get on eBay and get it for cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, I'd better hold off. But yeah, no, my Ghostbusters cards. Woo, I always love collector's cards, man. These were my bread and butter when I was a kid. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah. Terminator,
all the first two Batman. Well, actually, all the Batman movies. The Rocketeer for sure. God, I even remember Bingo, the Bingo cards. Y'all remember that movie? Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was going to buy some if they had like Return of the Jedi
Batman
cards. I was going to buy a couple of packs, but he didn't have any. So,
yeah, that would have been cool. I did see a metal tray. It was like a Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters metal lunch tray, but it was so beat up. I mean, it was totally beat up, or I would have pulled the trigger right then, because I think they wanted 15 for it, 15 or 20. Which wasn't bad, but I just felt like, you know, if it was a little bit more, like if it wasn't, number one, it was warped. I mean, it wasn't straight, so it was crazy.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, you know, this is pretty much, I guess, the gist of it. There's some new stuff like the Super 7. I still, and that was another thing, I looked while I was there and never saw the new Roger Rabbit line yet. So I guess they still haven't hit the stores.
I thought they were already out.
I hadn't seen them. I've been on the lookout, and I haven't seen them anywhere. If you do see them, please tell me. But I didn't see them here.
I could have sworn they were already out.
Yeah, and I don't think so. I thought they were too.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, but I mean, this video is like almost 40-something minutes.
Oh yeah. No, we're almost done with it. But yeah, just pretty much that's the gist of it. And they had some really cool stuff.
Yeah, and like I know one guy, the Animal Warrior Kingdom guy, who's got his own little line of figures, 6-inch figures that are not out yet. dude, he had them on display, and I tell you, there's this one rabbit-looking thing that had, like armor all on him and stuff.
Right.
Oh God, he looked so cool. But it was the prototype, so he wouldn't let you touch them because they would just fall all to pieces.
I'd love to get my hands on at least the prototype of the Inquisitor lightsaber from Hasbro.
Oh,
the one coming up.
Dude, one of the vendors had like a crap ton of Star Wars prototypes, like of the Hasbro figures and stuff. I mean, I can't remember which one he is. I took a picture. I don't have it on my computer anymore, but yeah, he had like this one wooden case, with a glass protector on it, just filled with just like prototype figures. It's like, golly, that's some, but they were like super expensive,
Dude.
So you were going to pay for it.
When I walked in, I was like, I didn't really have an agenda at first, but then the closer it came to it, I'm like, there was one thing in particular I know I wanted there, and there was I want a Beetlejuice Graveyard Set from the OG, from the first, when the movie came out. There was a graveyard set. I wanted that, and I was like, if I find some Super Mario Brothers figures, the original movie figures, I want those, like Mario and Luigi, if possible. And maybe I need a Jack the Ripper from Last Action Hero to kind of help complete my set. That, and if I could find an affordable car, the Bonneville car, that was kind of things that started jumping around in my head. Well, look around, and sure enough, found the Beetlejuice Graveyard Set.
And you took it out of the box.
To set up. Oh, you dang right, man. This is like it's going to be like I do have the box. It's technically called the Vanishing Vault. So this was the box.
Man, that is so cool.
Yeah. So, it had the advertisement and stuff on it, but obviously the figure wasn't included. But guess what? I got them figures. I even got I got the Toonie Beetlejuice to be a little more screen accurate or whatever I want to be. He's kind of size accurate for it.
Yeah.
You can kind of use that. So anyway, so this is a great set, but I don't know, Ray, do you remember this at all? Like, I remember the commercials for this thing, and it made me just like, I want that. Do you remember this at all? No,
I don't think so, actually.
Okay, I was going to say, so the big thing, at least for me, it's basically like a magic box. You can open it up, and it's like it's supposed to be where Beetlejuice sleeps. And so the idea is that you take, like, I don't know if this will be easy enough. Let me try him. Let's try.
Yeah, his arms won't squeeze.
The OG, this is what it's supposed to be. The OG, you're supposed to put the OG in here. He's going to go to sleep. So you close it, and then you flip the switch, and then ta-da!
He's gone.
He's gone. Well, he's not gone. He's been miniaturized into a miniature Beetlejuice that comes with this figure. This was like the thing that I most wanted to come with it, because I'm like, oh my God, you get a tiny Beetlejuice. Ah! So I got that. And so then I guess you're supposed to like put him, I guess, like back in there, and you can.
He's probably like the hardest thing to find in there too.
It's
weird. To make sure he's there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be some trick. I hadn't figured the third. There's like a third step you can do where you make him disappear into this little. There's like a little slot down here, but.
Oh, so you figured it
not
out.
Necessary.
So you can't get your original Beetlejuice figure back, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it's gone. Lost into
I can't
the
figure it
underworld
out.
forever.
What are you talking about? It's right there in his hand.
Well, I mean, it's true. It's miniaturized.
Yeah.
See, he's been miniaturized.
So, yeah. But no, man, this
Austin rediscovered an
ancient
technology of toy shrinkage.
And he's back.
And he's back, and he's back, and anyway, no, but this, it was just like so funny that in my head I'm like, this was numero uno. If I got this or found this for reasonable price, I'd be happy. And we looked around and didn't see it for the longest time, and finally found a vendor that had, I think, 2 of them. And I'll tell you one thing that was great about these shows is that you can haggle with people for the most part, except for Ashley's experience with the Hot Toys. They didn't budge, but for the most part, people are coming there just they offload toys, so they're going to haggle, or they'll allow haggling. So that was usually, when I've come across that in the wild, $50 in the box. This guy had it marked for 40. It was like $39.95. We haggled him to 35. So I was super happy. 35. Then we walked to another vendor right after, and they had the same thing in the box for 60. And I was like, whoo, thank God I dodged a bullet on that. So walked away with a great deal on my graveyard set. And I'll share you real quick. My wife, well, I had some finds too that were kind of non-toy, but my wife, she's just heavy into the comics. So she stumbled across this nugget, which is like an OG Sin City paperback. And that's funny, because we all know that Sin City is a series.
Yeah.
So there's supposed to be, the titles like The Hard Goodbye and Kill 4 and your volumes. This is all that was on there. I was totally confused. Did not know what, it tells you it's $15 in the US, Dark Horse Comics novel. I mean, it was obviously like I think it's a reissue, like a second print, but it was still so after some research, what it was this was originally out in the, it was an anthology series. Trying to remember what it was originally called. It was like a particular thing, but anyway, for Dark Horse, they had an anthology series and they did this story. And then after it was out, they took all the completed chapters and put them all in one set in this paperback. And then right after this came out, they did the hardback version. So yeah, so she looked up and found her this really cool like OG Sin City because she's been wanting to read this series since I showed her the movie, and then she found for me something that I was going like I have been on this kick where if I find really good comic book adaptations, I just love to buy like comic book adaptations for movies. Sorry.
I know what you're talking
clarify.
about.
But the audience is like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Anyway, so I found Hook, and this was like a grail item. I didn't even know this existed when I found out. I was like, I had to have this. The thing was, I didn't really know it was like a issued series. I thought it was just a trade paperback. So yeah, I got like issues 1, 2. My favorite, issue 3, great cover, and then another great cover, issue 4. Really. So is it just
a 4-issue limited series?
Yeah, it was just a 4-issue limited series from Marvel, which I love. They did that. I don't think I have it in here with me, but I also grabbed 2. It was issues 3 and 4 of Return of the Jedi from '83 to complete my set because I've had 1 and 2 for years. Issue 1 I paid, they were $7 a piece listed, just like these. I can't remember. I think this was $15 for this set, and they were $7 a piece. I talked the guy down to $20 for all of it. So I would just say maybe $2.50 a piece, and then we'll say $5 or $10 for the set here or something.
Wow.
So I got a good deal on the Star Wars comics. They were listed as 7, so I don't know how you calculate that down, but. That was amazing. I thought that was really cool that I found these. And then also when we grabbed the Sin City, I took a gamble because I don't know if y'all have seen these before, but apparently there were these Star Wars Dark Forces storybooks that came out, or like comic books. They're like trade, basically like not like big novels, but they had art in them.
Oh, sweet.
And they were adapted from the games, from the Dark Forces games and the Jedi Knight game. And so I knew I had 2 of them. I just didn't know if I had which ones. I was like, I didn't know exactly which ones I had. And for whatever reason, they didn't get put into my catalog. So it's weird. I had to take a gamble, and guess what? I failed. I didn't get it. So I've got the first book. This was the one I already had. And now I have 2 copies of book 2. So if any of you are interested and are really wanting one, I will pass a copy to you. So, but yeah, it's this particular one that I've got copies of it looks like it's the direct adaptation of Jedi Knight because it's the storyline of him and his father and the Valley of the Jedi and all that. That was all covered in the second Dark Forces game called Jedi Knight. So yeah, got to get that. So that was pretty much my haul. But man, the Graveyard Set. I was on cloud 9 after getting that. I was so upset.
I'm going to save my haul with my haul.
Go ahead. I'll let you save it till the end.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll go to the news. I know there's a lot of stuff coming out. I'm personally waiting for NECA to drop the RoboCop series, and obviously I'm waiting for Super 7 to drop the Roger Rabbit series whenever that comes out. But let's share this beautiful bean footage here with y'all. And bing. Let's go through it. Obviously, Universal's making a big push. We've been seeing a lot of Universal Monster stuff coming out. Got G.I. Joe
I'm looking
news.
on eBay. I'm looking on eBay, man. You can buy it now, free shipping on all these
Can you?
Roger Rabbit figures.
Well, sweet. How much are they? Like $20 a pop?
Yeah, $19.99. Yeah. Yep. So I thought they had already been released. So I'm sorry. Continue on.
You're good.
Continue on.
I'm just going to go to individual sets here. We've got.
Here we go.
So, explain this to me because I'm going to lose my cool here because this looks amazing. What am I looking at, Ashley?
So this is actually McFarlane in cooperation with DC Direct. Kind of, he hasn't come out and said anything official yet, which is weird, right? These have been rumored for a while, but they just started showing up on shelves with no official announcement. But this is like a, nod to the fans. Hey, we're going to release Superpowers figures again. That the only 3 figures that I know, Superman, the New 52, Darkseid, and Batman. They do have the C clip for the capes, so they don't come on them in the package. You have to put them on, when you get them out of the package, but they fit just like the older Superpowers capes do.
Dude, that Batwing is so dope.
Yep.
I've got to get my hands on that Batwing because I saw if you look in this photo, somebody put their Batman in there, the Keaton Batman. Yep. I'm totally doing that.
And so those vehicles are only $20 each, $19.99.
Great.
The figures are $9.99, so they're $10 a piece. So I think that is perfect pricing. That is pricing.
Beautiful.
Now, the one thing I will say is I have not seen a good comparison shot of like the original Superpower Superman and that Superman or Batman. Somebody had a Robin figure stuck up to Superman, and Robin looked kind of short. I'm worried that those are going to be just a hair taller. Now they don't have the Superpowers feature, right? They don't have like squeeze their legs and they punch or anything. These are just same articulation, same, kind of body sculpt, but they're going to release more figures. Right. So we'll see. We'll see. I noticed that like the head sculpt on Superman is a little more modern than like.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little more like the jawline and stuff is a little more like. It's okay. It's just it's a little more modern.
And you can tell the arms are a little different.
The cape. That's so great.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm really waiting to see these in hand. See, that's
a must for me. I'm definitely.
And okay. So that Batman is technically, similar to the Superpowers Batman. You can see he's a little taller than that, and I don't think he was. They were same height in the original line, so that's going to kind of bug me that they're a little bit taller. They're supposed to be the same, but it's McFarlane, man. He can't get scale right for crap.
But then again, also though, the build of the Superman just looks like he's slightly bigger. Like he just, I don't know. To me, he just looks like he's a slightly bigger human. So it's like the scale is just slightly bigger.
Yeah, and his feet don't spread as far apart as the others, so that could be. Like the legs are kind of straight down.
I was going to say I was wondering why the feet were so close together on that, but I'm sure it's probably just
aerodynamics, obviously.
Yeah.
I could see him saying like, we wanted to keep his feet together more so that when you're in like put him in flight mode or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
so I've
both
heard
of those I gotta get. Oh,
Yeah, I've heard rumors there's a Jon Stewart Green Lantern on the way and some version of the
ooh.
Flash. Yeah, I don't know which version of the Flash, but
I wonder if will it come with a ring or anything you can.
I don't know. I don't think so. Just because at that price point, $9.99.
Can't add too much to it.
Yeah, you
before it
can't add
starts
too much
going up.
to it. I don't think. So and from looking at, I mean, those vehicles look really nice, from the pictures, but you can tell that's some, and I don't know for sure. It looks to me like it's just hollow plastic. Like
Oh
cheap
yeah, it's like just like
cheap
the 80s,
plastic,
90s
not much
toys,
to it. Yeah.
And so it looks
But-
like we also get a villain's laugh from Target. From McFarlane.
A lot of Batman
McFarlane's
66
been doing great
stuff.
job. I was going to say McFarlane's done a great job on this Batman 66 line. I'm really digging this. I mean, I'm not a fan too much of the 60s Batman. It just wasn't my era, but
Mhm.
it just the quality. I'm like, man, I bet the fans, the real big fans that are aware of this stuff, is probably eating it up.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. That's great.
And they're pretty. The one thing I do like, I can appreciate, is they're readily available. It's like, if you miss out on the pre-order, you're eventually going to find that thing in the store with McFarlane stuff. It seems
I've been
like
seeing them fairly.
Yeah.
At Target, they seem to be. You can find just about every figure at Target, and I've seen different variations. Like I've seen the OG Batman, and I've seen Batman in the swimsuit. Things like that,
Yep, and they have more coming.
Very good job.
Yep. So that was pretty neat.
Let's see what we got.
And of course,
so more 66 Bat Cycle.
That looks pretty cool.
Extravaganza. When it comes with the sidecar.
Yeah, that looks pretty sweet.
Dude,
is
that's
that?
pretty neat.
Oh,
Isn't it
dude,
like
that's
the
the
little
thing.
thing
Yeah,
for robbing the ride off on?
that shoots out.
Like
okay,
it's like it's like
yeah, that's the sidecar.
escape pod
Yeah.
thing.
AKA the Burt Ward Death Trap.
Yeah, the Birth Ward Death Trap. Yep.
Poor Burt Ward.
That is cool.
Death Trap.
I swear, going back through that, because I watched that a couple
That's
months ago,
great.
that little biographical movie about the
Batman.
Yeah, the Batman
66.
series with I think it was
Burt Ward?
Jason Marsden playing Burt Ward, young Burt Ward.
I don't know what you're talking about now. I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah,
I think I remember.
There was like a
it was
little
a TV
biopic.
movie
It was-
or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a tongue-in-cheek biopic because it was basically regular Adam West and Burt Ward in the present day, and this was like maybe 2000. Like they're at a charity auction together. They're as they're as Adam West and Burt Ward. It's just kind of more heightened ridiculousness. It's almost like the physics of the old Batman world, of that 66 Batman world, exists in the story. So like someone steals a car and it's the car, I think something is connected to charity somehow. So they decide, okay, well, we need to get that car back. So while they're trying to figure out the mystery of who took the car, they're like going back through their history of being on the Batman series and how they met and how that all went down.
I'm vaguely remembering this now. So yep.
It's interesting to watch, and it's like poor Burt Ward. They put him through the ringer.
Yeah.
In more ways than one. Like not
taping his junk down.
I think they also I think they tried medicine too, like hormonal type stuff to shrink stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they tried it, or it was implied at least. I think in the story. I don't know if it's that could be biographical liberty stuff right there, or just doing it for comedy.
No, those are cool.
So
these are the new Black Adam.
So this is I guess. So are they officially going to be called the JSA in the movie?
I don't know. That's the way they're kind of marketing it. That Hawkman looks pretty good. That Fate helmet.
I think they all look good.
How hard would it have been to put freaking eye slits in that thing?
How hard would it have been for the Hawkman helmet to be able to be removable?
Yeah, that's true too. And you get two versions of Atom Smasher. You A slightly larger one.
I was wondering, I was like, oh,
He's like, he grew like a foot. Yeah.
My powers.
Yeah. Yeah. You grow 4 inches. He's giant now.
Haha, you were going to shoot me in the stomach. Haha, I grew 4 inches.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You shot me in the jump.
Doctor.
So explain this one, Ashley. What's going on here with this awesome piece of equipment?
This is the latest HasLab, and it's for the G.I. Joe Classified series. It's the first, not the first vehicle, because there have been 2 so far, motorcycles, but this is like the first vehicle for the classified scale. At $300 is the price point, right? But this is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I mean, it lights up. It's got real treads on it. That, you know, it comes with that cool figure. If it was met its funding within the first 7 days, then there's another figure that it comes with, which it met its funding in 8 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's crazy how fast that.
Yeah, it's already on stretch goal number 2 now, because I think it's over 12,000 backers. Well, no, it's almost at 11,000 backers, but they've already shown off stretch goal number 2 because I guess it's going so quick. Yeah, I mean, this thing is,
that looks amazing. That light feature,
and
then the cockpit. Oh wow!
Yes. Yeah,
good details.
I mean, this is 6-inch, vehicle.
I could put Mandalorian in there.
Yeah, it's a 6-inch scale vehicle.
Could put Obi-Wan Kenobi in there.
You could, if you were mixing universes, you could definitely do that. You could definitely mix universes. I like the cool thing is the Cobra light that comes off the front of when they turn the lights on. I don't know if you saw that. There's a picture of it in.
Yeah, right.
Right there. Oh, that looks so cool. When you cut the lights on and it flashes that Cobra symbol out front. That is cool. But yeah, $299, $300. Did I go ahead and do it? Yeah, I bit the bullet, and
I was like, I bet he did.
Yep.
I bet he did.
The bad thing is, estimated shipping's fall 2023, and you got to pay up front in August. The thing ends August 15th, I think, or August 12th, and you got to come off that $300 then. That's gonna hurt, but I've already prepared my wife for it.
May fix Star
my
Wars.
wife.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
HasLab.
Other than that, I think that's, what's that?
I was just thinking, like, HasLab. I think they needed this win because.
Oh yeah, they've been taking it pretty hard from the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, I wonder. It makes me wonder because we're 2 down now, like 2 HasLab projects that are Star Wars.
Well, not officially, but it looks like it.
Well, one failed. The Rancor set that failed.
Yep.
It got, how far along did I think it got around 80-something% maybe before it expired. So it got close. This one still has 11. So this one is the Inquisitor Lightsaber. I think specifically they're saying it's Reva's lightsaber.
Yeah. It's still got a ways to go.
Yeah, I think they're only like at 25%.
And it's like 9 days left in it.
Yeah.
It's not going to make it.
Yeah, that one's not going to happen. It makes me wonder who does this fall into? Like, is this something where Hasbro pitches to Lucasfilm and they say, like, okay, we're thinking about doing this for a HasLab project, and Lucasfilm has to weigh their options of whether or not that'd be a good one to go with?
I think, Lucasfilm has final approval on everything.
Yeah.
So,
but I would say for something like this, a big project like this, you would think Lucasfilm would, not want it to crash and burn 2 times in a row.
Yeah, you wouldn't, but I mean, okay, so the first time you made
it feels like they make bad choices like 2 times now.
Yeah, so the Rancor itself was a good idea, right? I think everybody wanted that, and it started getting the traction, but then fans got mad because of the stretch goal stuff that was announced for it. It's like, why wouldn't you give us a Rancor keeper You know, why are you just repainting this thing and giving it to us? So I think it was dumb decisions with the stretch goals, and then you started seeing people back off, like unfund it. Say, okay, because the cutoff date hadn't hit yet, so you can still back off of it.
Yeah.
And you started seeing people back off, and then they announced this is the next thing, a freaking role play.
A $500, yeah. Also, $500 is a pretty steep price to ask for an investment,
and also something from a character that people have.
As much as we've liked her, she has been kind of divisive, unfortunately. Because
I'll say I saw the demo of the lightsaber too, and it was pretty. I mean, it like I said, I want to get my hands on it. Obviously, just an Inquisitor lightsaber. Those things look crazy, but the thing that I think probably didn't impress people was that number one, it doesn't spin. There wasn't like a way they haven't mastered or found a way to give it the spinning technique.
It's also, because it would also somehow still have the power, the blade, blade lighting.
Exactly. And then also just the way you had to separate it, I think it was like a longer process of separating it out into two blades. And then I think whenever it was connected together, it also didn't seem like it was completely symmetrical. Like the blades were it was almost like it was like that. Like they were bent a little bit. Like it was, I think it was just I don't know if it was the angle. I think it was actually that, or it's hard too, because that's a long thing. So it's probably like one blade's probably just off by a fraction. So it's going to, you're just going to look off. But it did look a little off, but it also looked like it was a little unstable because there's also a cable hook to it that runs to the table to power it. Like that was, you know what I'm saying? And they couldn't walk away from the table with the thing. So you really couldn't do much with it. I think a lot of people kind of lost.
It was a risky move too, to go with not only specifically attributing it to a character, because they could have just made it,
because they're all the
generic.
Same.
They could have just said a generic, just an Inquisitor saber, not having to. They could have done that, but also it's, as cool as the Inquisition is, they're not well known enough. I wouldn't say in the big, in the larger Star Wars community that buys merchandise, to make it fan favorite enough to sell out something like that.
It's not a proton pack.
I think if you're going for the, capitalizing on the hype of Kenobi, you would go back and do something maybe from the prequel trilogy. Obi-Wan is something related to Obi-Wan from the prequel trilogy, or
a full functioning Darth Vader suit.
Well, that'd be like thousands of dollars, I imagine.
But still, I could see it going like now we've got, because they already got the helmet. Black Series has already got the helmet out, but you can, I'm sure they could probably come out with like the rest of the suit to incorporate with the helmet or whatever and try to do that.
No, the new Darth Vader gloves, and what it does is when you reach out to someone you don't like, you can slam them up against the,
it's the magnets. That wasn't the Kamel's got.
I mean, even if you took like Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter and his droid R5, and you make it so that you can pull was it R5? Is that was his name?
Yeah, I think so. R5 or R4.
R4. You can pull him out, and he's full size figure, and put him and drop him in. Make it work, make it scale with the Black Series. I think that would be a decent. And then I'm sure you could come up with, some what do you call it? Stretch goals, maybe even the round circular doohickey that for light speed travel or whatever. Or hyperspace.
The pod.
I'm sure you could come up with some.
Or not pod, ring, the hyperspace ring.
Hyperspace ring. I'm sure there's some cool stuff you could do with that. I don't know. It's a freaking Force lightsaber. I mean, look at the proton pack. It sold out. How much was it?
You remember how much? $3.99, I think. I think that was around the $3.99 price, I believe. Usually, normally $3.99 is kind of the average.
I was thinking it was more than that. I was thinking HasLab Proton Pack original price. I was thinking it was more than $3.99. No, you're right, $3.99. And I don't get it. I mean, the Proton Pack went through, didn't it?
Yeah,
was
I think
fun
they
to-
even got all their stretch goals for it.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's,
don't get it.
yeah. I mean, this one looks pretty certain to be a crash and burn again. I really hope they pick. I hope they really kind of reflect and kind of take inventory of what would be a good idea for something of this type of caliber project, where
Mhm.
you're asking people to invest a couple $100, into
Yeah.
something. They really need to ask themselves, okay, well, what's going to be worth it? And if it's worth it enough for them to get into it, how can we also excite more and more people to get in for these stretch goals? So let's give them
Mhm.
good stretch goals.
Yep. Yep.
So,
I agree. Totally agree.
well, what's next, Austin? Or do we have?
I think that's pretty much it. I think that's. I mean, for all the news, I mean, I'm sure there's other things we could get into, but I say we just jump right into the halls to end it
Well,
off.
I was going to say there's one last thing we could do. Being that we talked
ahead.
about Star Wars, there was a pre-order that dropped today that was revealed yesterday. Well, and probably not the last. There might be another one, but there was another Obi-Wan Kenobi figure that was released or
soft goods
revealed for pre-order. Yeah.
Hmm.
So this is the here. I'll pull it up on mine.
I saw it, but it had soft goods. So, I mean, I can't stand soft goods on 1/12 scale figures. I don't know why. It's just something.
Is that what that's
weird.
considered? Oh, okay. You got it already. So yeah, this is it, Jabin. I would say like that. The hooded pictures don't do it justice. I've noticed like the sculpt on the face looks better once the hood is off. Like the picture, like that one right there.
That does look good.
The sculpt looks a lot better. Like that looks the closest to Ewan's face to me from what I've seen so far. But so this is Obi-Wan from kind of the back half of that series. From when he got out of the back to take on, he had this kind of darker robed look. So
that lightsaber looks really good too.
Yeah. And this is also, this is the final fight costume. This is what he wore the big battle.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah. I've already pre-ordered it.
Of course.
So now I went from not having one Obi-Wan Kenobi figure to having pre-ordered 3 of them now.
I've got 12 now.
And all of them from the exact same project. All of them from the exact same show.
Oh, Lordy. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I kind of went overboard with my haul. So first up is not from Joe Fest, but
oh, cool.
This guy from Entertainment Earth, I've been needing him, so I got him, he's pretty awesome.
Snake Eyes and his, what's the name of his wolf?
Timber.
Or does it have Timber?
Yes, Timber. All right, and then when I got him because he was only like $8. So Storm Shadow from the Snake Eyes movie. Ugh. Horrible movie. Sorry. So here's some Joe Fest stuff that I did pick up. Because I didn't order this guy for whatever reason. I just missed out on him. His name's Trigger. But still just an awesome looking 6-inch figure.
Are those headphones? Or
Yes. Yeah, it's like not headphones, but it's got I guess it's headphones and it's got the communication mouthpiece too, so you can talk. Let's see, what else did I get? I missed this guy on the first wave for whatever reason. He's just like a generic troop builder, War Riot gear kind of person. So I picked him up at Joe Fest. What else did I get at Joe Fest? Oh, and I missed this guy at Joe Fest. He's like the main bad guy, Carrick, from the whole thing.
He looks really cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool design.
Yeah. So, loving that figure. Didn't get a chance to get him first go round. But then I got some other things from Joe Fest, but, we'll do those some other time. But Series 2 came in the mail. So I got this guy, Garrison. He's like one of the soldiers for that bad guy, So that was a cool one. Let's see. I got Desert Rat. Here's another one. This is, I don't know if you watch Analog Toys on YouTube, but his name's Tony, and this is who he's modeled after.
He's Tony.
Yep, Tony.
Tony.
Really, Tony Roberts is his name, but yeah, he was a real he's a real toy nerd, right? Does all kind of toy reviews and talks about old toys, but he was really ex-military, so they decided to make a toy after him. And then, of course, I ordered a bunch of crap from Dorkside because they were having a sale, and I got this guy. I wanted to get Boba Fett. They didn't have him. I saw him at Joe Fest. He was going for like $50. I'm like, I'm not paying $50 for that.
Yeah, I saw that one, and somebody was wanting 30 for that one, I think 30 or 40, and I just couldn't pull the trigger on it.
Got Luke, Stormtrooper Luke, which is cool.
Nice.
Ahsoka.
Yep,
Ahsoka. And the only reason I got a lot of these is because they were on sale, right?
Nice.
For like $7 to $10 a pop.
The armor. Cool.
Yep. Then I got the Tuscan Raider.
Nice.
Those up here. Yeah, I got a whole pile. And 6-inch Black Series.
That's cool.
Yes, I know. Anything Empire, that's my thing. I love the Empire stuff. Not much more. I'm sorry. I'm getting to the bottom of the box.
Oh, I see. Is that a Black Series box? Yep.
IG-11, which is kind of cool.
That's awesome.
I
can hear Taika Waititi
Quill
in the
Quill
Yep,
for $6.99. Yeah, only $6.99. Bo-Katan.
Yep.
I think she was like $10.
Nice.
Yep. And then last one. Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got that for my mom.
He was $10 too, so
Such a bizarre, like for a character that's kind of got pop culture malignment, prescribed to him. It's strange that they put so much into his figure pack, like all those accessories that come with it.
Oh, I know, it's crazy.
So they put in some work for that.
Well, anything from you, Ray? Got a haul?
Oh yeah, I got one. This came in surprisingly early, but I have.
Ooh boy,
Boba, Throne Room Boba it's from The Mandalorian, but this is part of the Book of Boba Fett wave.
Takes the head off.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get them clear enough, but yeah, the sculpts in the pictures didn't really do it justice, but yeah, the sculpt actually does look really good on the face.
I thought the sculpts looked good on the picture you sent me.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can switch over my other camera to
camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. Oh yeah.
Dude, that sculpt looks great.
Yeah, like even like the little details, the scarring on his face.
Yeah, I can see that.
It was really good.
That looks so good.
Yeah,
What about the rocket pack features?
So here's the rocket. So they didn't come with any flames or anything like some of the deluxe figures, but it's got the little. These are actually they move, and this comes off. The rocket comes off.
Yeah,
and you gotta make the sound when you take it out.
It needs to be like powered. It should have like a little spring action.
Yeah, that would kill kids.
On it.
That would kill kids.
Yeah.
Kids would choke and die.
So very satisfied with this.
No, that is a really good looking Boba Fett figure. I mean, a good looking figure, but Boba Fett overall, I'm pleased with that.
Yeah.
Boba Fett.
Where?
Oh man, I love Star Wars.
But yeah, that's it for me.
I think that'll do it for this week, guys. I think we'll do it. You made me happy. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get that Superman figure and that Batman jet. So thanks for making me go broke. Until next time, Earth.
Peace.
Another day in that toy life.
Later days.
Peace.
That toy life. To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.